Back to the Drive-In Asylum double feature with me, Bill Van Ryn, Unkle Spooky, and look who has returned. Sam.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Pretty good. We missed you.
Missed you guys too. Glad to be back. Got to see the end.
What made you choose this movie?
Yeah, Bill, I'm interested.
Unkle Spooky made me choose this movie.
Really?
He did. Even though he hadn't seen it, he suggested, I said, what do you want to watch this week? And he suggested Mark of the Witch. And what am I going to say no to Mark of the Witch?
Oh. So, I meant this next movie.
Oh, the next movie? I picked that because I was looking for one movie that was Mark of the Witch and another movie that was about a witchfinder, witch hunter, if you will. And the second movie is, it's my favorite Vincent Price movie, probably. Maybe this or Dr. Phibes. It's one of the few movies where Vincent Price was told, well, not nicely, told by his director to not act like Vincent Price. And he has a completely different performance than any movie ever, and man, it's great. And also, it's the most metal of all movies because there's a band named for this movie, and the doom metal band Cathedral has a song called Hopkins the Witchfinder General, which has tons of samples from this, like 5 samples from this movie. So if you like doom metal, I think you kind of legally have to like this movie. It very much fits into the kind of, it feels like the music. So I really dig it. But I got to see the end of the last movie, and I had never seen it either. And I loved the God Saved Everybody, and that crucifix came, and the something weird music played, and yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Bloody kiss, and he was back to like the what's that thing with the he'd hang himself a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, autoerotic asphyxiation.
Right. Boom.
At the end, yeah.
Over.
Someone mentioned that's the occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. So yeah, I mean I had never even considered that. I guess that should have been the first thing I thought of. I always think of Beyond the Door. That's my go-to.
Yeah. I like the coffee commercial in the middle of the movie.
Man, I gotta go back and watch this now. Oh man.
Just stop the whole thing, and he explains coffee to her like a 300-year-old witch. Sounds like a Fulch's.
We only learned about coffee 4 years after you died.
And no, it's exactly what he says, right? He just missed coffee.
And the telephone.
Right? She was gonna get on with that. And a lot of animal cruelty in this movie. I wasn't braced for. I don't know why she killed the parakeet.
The parakeet, yeah. I mean,
I heard it blew up. She blew it up. I read it in the chat.
Blew it up.
Yeah, blew it up real good.
And they didn't show the dead dog. They were like, but I love they gave you a second before he walked back in, and you got to see his face from seeing the dead dog.
Cubby, no dog violence.
There was a dead dog.
Oh.
She's like, because I didn't like him.
Yeah, she's like, he annoyed me.
Right.
She killed his dog, and when he asked her why, she was like, he annoyed me.
Oh boy.
And I like the sex scene, the heartbeat sex scene. That was kind of sexy. When they're having sex, it was like boom, 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 boom. And nothing like a bloody kiss to take you back in time.
Yeah, there's some bloody kisses at the end too. It was like a typo negative album at the end.
They were both kind of. She kind of zeroed in on two people and like kind of, yeah, have this to drink, and it was like, and now I'm just gonna have my way with you, and it was kind of felt like there were scenes missing.
I'm not quite sure what happened at the end either, because it could have been that she just took him with her on by force, but he leans over and kisses her. So if he had backed away from her instead of kissing her, would he have been okay? Could he have gotten away from her?
I don't know if she was going without him. Looks like she was hanging in there. Look at the light.
They don't really tell you that that's the way that story ended. When they hung her, he was there too. They show it. They show him there, and he's just sort of like, you think he's one of them, because he's sort of smirking. Doesn't she curse him as well?
Yeah, the whole thing is she's pissed off at him. She's like, and then you looked, I was getting hung, and you looked at me so cold.
That's what I was trying to think.
You didn't care. Now 300 years later, and I'm back.
Here's some coffee.
She can carry a grudge.
Mm-hmm. But it was fun kind of acting for the 70s, like two chicks, giving it their all.
Well, we were talking on the first segment about this movie, Sam, was originally released in 1970, and then there was a reissue in 1982, which is bizarre.
It had to feel like from another planet.
And they market it as a period piece in the tagline. They're like, it's 1967. Some people were burning draft cards. Others burnt witches.
I love it.
They were
all those guys should have been drafted. Those guys should have been drafted. Like, they all would have been better off being sent to war. Like, this stories were the hair. They needed new hairdos. All of them.
Well, you said it was a piece.
It looked like a piece, but the guy was too young. He was like Anthony Perkins with a piece.
The main character, the male lead in the movie, has this haircut like a drape, and it's pulled across his head, sort of like, it's not even a comb over. It's just sort of like a swirl over his head. And I was like, God, how does he maintain that? And
it's very Trump.
Uncle Spooky said it was a piece.
Trump swirl. The mechanics behind it.
What about the music in this movie? Was extremely effective. That weird electronic noodling, I guess.
I like dibble dabbling, as I call it. Yeah.
Ooh, shockwaves.
Dan says it reminds him of Shockwaves. Yeah.
You said that the same guy did another movie, right, Bill?
Nail Gun Massacre.
Yeah. Which makes a lot of sense.
Does it make sense now? I don't know.
Yeah. This feels this also has kind of a, just from the look of the film and everything, maybe it's them using ends. It has a very Manos kind of look to it. Maybe it's because they're both from Dallas too. Man, yeah.
I know, right?
Don't let witches talk.
They're like, go. We got. It's like, I think they cut her off in the beginning. Like, she was going, she wasn't going to stop. So somebody was like, just pull the trigger.
Witches.
She was like,
Witches and Pearl.
My big trick is, if you should have a band that plays whenever witches get hung, and then you can play them off like the Oscars. Just like let them say a couple words, and then the band just kicks in, and that's it. You're done.
Pearl. I was like, well, can you just skip the speech, because you're just going to kill me anyway? So you're going to make me listen to this whole speech too. That's worse.
What witches? Oh yeah, Bill.
Best line. I'm not giving it up.
There were some witches in the news in Pittsburgh this week. Bill, did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, supposedly there were some witches that went out to North Catholic, which is, the big Catholic school in North Hills, and they did a presentation on their business. And then afterwards, they gave all the kids a crystal to take home, and parents were not pleased. It was on the news, and like they were, and the newscasters completely bought in, and they're like, "Why would they give these kids crystals? What kind of things?" And like, it's a fucking crystal. Like, nothing's gonna happen.
How old are we talking? Swallowing crystal age?
I think, yeah, like 12, 13.
All right, so they're not putting the
But
crystals
Becca
in the
said
mouth.
that would be one of the few assemblies she'd want to go to because you learn about business,
Right?
and you learn about witchcraft, and you get a crystal. I don't see anything wrong with parents. Should just be like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, they're going to a Catholic school. They're coming home with all sorts of shit all the time anyway.
Remember the glow in the dark crucifixes?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a glow in the dark rosary. It was trippy.
I had one.
That was a
yeah. But yeah,
I liked hanging on to it for that late night Salem's Lot moment where you're gonna need it.
Yeah. As a kid, I always wanted the thing that the priest had to throw the water. I just thought that would be cool to just come into the living room and just have it, when I need it, and just like bless everybody. Yeah.
Like throwing oil.
Oh, they're never expecting
oil
holy water. That's a really good sneak attack. Holy water.
Yeah.
They see everything else coming except that.
Yeah.
The Lost
But
Boys.
yeah, anyway, witches on the news in Pittsburgh. It's pretty exciting, though. They weren't witches like this movie.
How'd they look?
I was gonna say they weren't. Don't expect Barbara Steele. They were not. They weren't. They were slightly older, slightly more matronly witches.
Oh, I was thinking of The Craft when you said this.
No, this wasn't. These weren't the weirdos. They were The Craft. These were other witches. So that's okay. I mean, to each their own, I guess. So, but anyway, yeah, they're out there. They're not like this movie. They're different. They got crystals and stage.
And they're giving them away.
Yeah, just give them away. You can give away the first crystal and people are going to come back, It's like how they.
That's how you hook them.
Did you have people in school that would tell you, like, people are going to just want to give drugs to you? Like, drugs are expensive. Nobody's just giving drugs to kids. Let's get over that.
Like all the acid, the sheets of acid.
The blue acid stars that we're going to be, look for those. When I was a kid, I was like, someday someone's going to have those. I can't wait. I'm going to just put it on my tongue and just go to hell.
They're not going to give that shit away. You can sell that shit.
Yeah. Who needs that? I mean, I told you, Bill, and I tell you that they used to pass it. Did they ever pass the box of drugs around your classroom?
Yes.
Yeah, someone stole it in my school. It was like the most ancient.
From the box of drugs?
Yeah, they like got into the corner of the box of drugs and took the joint out. It was like so resiny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't even light it. It was probably so hard at that point.
Wow.
But yeah.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Yeah. I was waiting for those fiendish drug addicts to try to give me drugs so I could escape my traumatic grade school years. Like a 6-year-old me tripping balls. That's what I needed. Where would I be today?
Hey, Uncle Spooky. On the last segment, you suggested that we talk about our favorite witches, and why don't you go first?
Oh my God. I don't know. Do I go random or do I go deep?
What's the first one that comes to mind?
The Witch from Horror Hotel. The main one?
Elizabeth Selwyn.
She's so good. What's her name?
Elizabeth Selwyn.
What's her name in the movie? She's got a great name in the movie.
That's her name in the movie.
There you go.
That's not the actress's name. That's her name in the movie. She's a great choice.
Yes, very good. What do you got?
Well, the first one I think of is Helena Marcos.
Yeah.
I
know, like, Sam was probably going to say that, too.
She's on my list. / Inferno. But she was way better. I mean, like, go ahead.
I like the Inferno Witch a lot, yeah.
She doesn't, I don't know, like, I want to say that, which one? Because there's two, isn't there?
Yeah, I like the one that comes into the classroom, though.
The beautiful one.
Yeah. Whenever he's like, I'm just trying to learn about symphonies, and she's like, I have a cat. The window's open.
I think she's Lacrimarum.
Yeah. That's a good pick. I got out of left field. I like Veronica Lake from I Married a Witch. That's one of my favorite ones. That's really
yeah. Whoa. Put the brakes
Becca
on.
just yelled. Becca is Betty Davis from Wicked Stepmother, the Larry Cohen movie.
She's kidding, isn't she?
Because she loves that movie. She just yelled, "I love it." She's laughing in the background. She watches it at least 2 or 3 times a year. She also likes Lionel Stander too.
Who
so
could
that's probably why.
Yeah, Margaret Hamilton, we have to give respect there because she's the first witch that scared the shit out of everyone, right?
Yeah.
Well, I still watch that scene and I get lost. Like as soon as I go into the haunted forest, I'm glued to this chair.
Yeah.
Till it's over.
I like
it's over way too fast for her. Like huh? You. No, you.
Good.
Why don't you go?
I like Barbara Steele in Black Sunday. She's great in that.
Oh my god!
And Kim Novak and Bell, what do you call it? Bell Book and Candles, pretty good too. I just watched that. So I liked it. Yeah.
I like Black Phillip.
Who?
What do you say?
Oh, Black Phillip. Becca likes from The Witch, even though he's not really the witch.
We're dedicating tonight's preview. I don't know if we discussed it, but good old Julian Sands from the Warlock, lost in the woods somewhere. Got to be a downer. Oh, we're gonna get back to him. Sorry, my next favorite witch.
Can you count the old people from Rosemary's Baby as witches?
Ah, you stole my next favorite people.
I'm sorry.
I think we can all agree on that one.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, the Castanets.
Especially Minnie.
Yeah. But
for some go ahead, you.
Becca watched Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby last week, and she made me shut it off 20 minutes in.
No.
She said anybody's doing is screaming and yelling. It's a whole movie of people yelling, and it's probably why you and Bill like it. And I said, we love it.
Pretty accurate.
I just remember getting on the bus. Somebody gets on a bus.
Oh my God, Patty Duke.
Yeah.
Taking over for Mia Farrow as Rosemary is Patty Duke. And the last thing you see is like she gets on a bus and she thinks like the kid's going to be right behind her. And they like let her get on the bus and the door slams shut and there's no one driving it. And the last thing you see is she's pounding on the back window. Scared the piss out of me. I was sick.
A hot dog does make her lose control, Bill. As we know.
So, how about Summer of Fear? That witch. When it comes to
that's
visit.
a good one too. Like it.
He's just got a drawer with like Linda Bland's like face, like little pimples drawn all over her face, and she kills her horse. Witches are fucked up when it comes to animals, huh?
Yeah, and it's like a horse girl movie, and you're like, oh, surely a horse won't get killed. Like, no,
right? They're like, shoot it. They put it down.
Yeah.
How about the Love Witch?
Is that new?
It's new, but it looks old, and it goes on forever and never does anything.
Sounds like tonight's movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's real close to tonight's movie, actually. It looks a lot like tonight's movie. So.
Melissa Sue Anderson.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a real good one.
Night Offerings.
Yeah.
I'm not reading all these. Sorry, guys. Steel.
Witchy Poo. How can we forget Witchy Poo?
Witchy Poo is the bomb.
Yeah, Witches. Becca said, how did you mention Witches of Eastwood? A movie that if you date a girl, you'll watch at least 40 times in your life.
Yeah. If we've crossed over into television, then of course did anyone mention Samantha and Endora? And
I mentioned I Married a Witch, the movie that show ripped off. Practical Magic too. I went there. I got taken to where Practical Magic happened. I love that movie so little.
Can we talk a little Angelique from Dark Shadows?
Oh yes,
another good one.
Oh my God, I loved Angelique. She came along when they started that whole plot thread. where they went back in time. That really, because it had dragged on for so long and so little had happened, and then that happened. And I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Then they brought it back with a black wig on, like Alice Serena, and she was Cassandra Collins for a while. And then she ends up. This is what I was. She ends up at some point. Cassandra Collins ends up with a skeleton hand that she's got to hide from everybody. That's very deathbed.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I think Dark Shadows might have done it first.
Spellbinder is another movie I was trying to think of with Kelly Preston.
Wait, is it the new one?
It's an old one from like '88. It's pretty good. It's one of those. It has a cycle like this movie where she keeps finding guys and making guys think, you know, that they're protecting her, but really she's just ruining their lives. It's pretty good.
There's a new one out. It's on Shudder right now, and it's like Spellbinder. It's something like that, and it's really freaking good.
Man,
I Google it. I should Google it quick. It's like Spell Something. It's so freaking good, and it's like low budget. It's this family that makes horror movies. Upstate New York.
Yeah. They're in a metal band, and
yes. It's like a musical almost. It's so good.
Something, yeah.
Spellbinder, no. Binder. I feel like Binder's in it.
I saw it, and I can't. Yeah, Halloween 3 kind of has. Well, it should have a warlock, but it has witches. And yeah, you know what? I like Teen Witch. I like the song Top That, so that's okay. Man.
I wondered how long it was going to take us to get to Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Who brought it up first?
Becca,
Becca, nice job. Can't see ya. She's like stealthy. What do they call it? Like, what, you're like a submarine?
Yeah. Hellbender is the movie you're trying to think of, Uncle Spooky.
I knew Bender was in it.
Yeah, Hellbender. It's pretty good, actually. I dug it.
I thought so too, and it got kind of creepy. The ending was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it was very witchy.
Yeah. Yeah, I dug it.
Becca wouldn't be a witch. She'd be more like Jeannie, and her disembodied voice is because she's watching it from her bottle.
He doesn't have a belly button either, so I mean that's probably no. I'm just kidding. Because Jeannie didn't have a belly button. Because they weren't allowed to show one on TV, so they would make her put a little plug in it. But TV was weird. You couldn't show a toilet back in the day. That's how it is.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's why people used to sleep in separate beds on shows. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think that was why Psycho was so shocking in a weird way, because Hitchcock showed a toilet and someone threw something into it and flushed it, that had never been depicted. Oh my God.
Realism.
Yeah.
And she kind of died next to it. I guess that was it too, because she kind of landed next to it.
Poor Janet Leigh. She wanted to be good. She didn't want to take that money.
You were rooting for her. You really were.
Even as a kid, I knew she wasn't going to get away with that. I'm like, of course they're going to find your boyfriend, and there you'll be.
I would have made her run from Sam. Sam in the back room.
Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about witches.
Witches. Yeah. Back to witches. Oh, what's that old black and white movie? That doesn't help, right? With it's like a British one. There's like a big eagle statue that kind of comes down.
And
she finds like a
Burn,
spider.
Witch, Burn. Someone mentioned that earlier.
The title doesn't really go with the movie.
I think it was called Night of the Eagle.
Yeah,
but that didn't sound enough like a horror movie, so they just called it Burn, Witch, Burn.
Yeah, that was great. Good one. Whoever said that.
Let's see. Some people mentioned The Craft. Luckily, they didn't mention.
Of course. How did we forget that one? Yeah. That was my first Spookorama ever. Was The Craft.
Oh wow! Nobody mentioned Blair Witch. It has witch in the title.
Right. We suck.
Oh yeah, I love Blair Witch. I know that's not a popular opinion.
That's okay.
I think so.
I like the second one.
I like 2.
Yeah. I think if they had been allowed to make the movie they wanted, it would have been even better, but that's okay.
How was a remake?
I didn't
Which
see
one?
it.
Cricket.
I never saw it. Yeah. Let's see.
I think there was one scene where somebody's digging in a hole that looked kind of claustrophobic.
How didn't I mention Superstition, Bill? A witch movie.
Oh yeah, I meant to mention that right at the beginning, but I got distracted.
Because the second one is called Witch's Story. Superstition. It's not even connected, but that's okay.
How about a little Faye Dunaway from Supergirl?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Damn her eyes.
Oh man, how did the witch that came from the sea is another good one. Even if she's not technically a witch, but the title will get us there. The Crimson Cult, Barbara Steele is another witch. Not Barbara Steele. What's her name? Brain shot tonight from wrestling. Yeah, Barbara Steele's in it. She's green in it.
How about Enter the Devil?
Well, how about it? Which one? They're both great.
The witch one, not the Italian film.
Yeah, I like the Texas one. Yeah, it's good. There's also Witchcraft, like 7 or 8 or 9 of those. And there's Witch House.
The She Beast was a witch.
Yeah,
She Beast.
Simon.
How about Willow from Buffy?
Yeah. Simon King of the Witches, which we've shown. Positive, negative. There's let's see.
Ursula, the Little Mermaid. Excellent choice. Poor unfortunate souls like you.
Okay, well,
la, la.
We don't have to talk about every witch. We have to talk about the Witchfinder General.
Yeah, right. Let's cut it at Witchboard. Cut it at Witchboard.
The Witchfinder General, a.k.a. the Conqueror Worm. That's the second movie on tonight's program. And Sam, you picked this one. So why don't you tell us why you're all about it?
I love Michael Reeves, who sadly only made 3 movies before he died at 24. But really incredible force as a director. And this movie, it was supposed to have, he wanted Donald Pleasance to be the role. But AIP only saw Vincent Price. Reeves wouldn't even meet him at the airport. He snubbed him. And when they met for the first time, he said, I don't want you. I didn't want you before, and I'm stuck with you, so I guess I'm going to have to make it work. He really saw that he had seen Donald Pleasance. He had only seen Price in the AIP films and kind of being Vincent Price. He had definitely an idea of a completely different movie. And when Vincent Price finally pulled him aside and he said, young man, I've made 84 movies. How many have you made? He goes, well, I made 3 really good ones. Maybe you should listen to me. My career is pretty crazy. Not afraid to say that stuff. Anyway, this is based on a book from Ronald Bassett from the 1700s. And that guy mostly wrote pharmaceutical and medical books. This is one of the few books he wrote not about that. And it's about a real life witch finder, Matthew Hopkins. And, back then, Matthew Hopkins went out and found witches and found a way to make money doing it. And also found a way to get everything else he wanted because all you had to say was, hey, this person's a witch. And got what he wanted. So, yeah. Also, the Conqueror Worm's another title for this. I love the tagline for this movie, which I'm sure we'll see in a bit, Bill. But leave the kids at home, and if you're squeamish, stay home with them. Yeah, right. It just sounds, man. It was super censored in England, obviously, as you can imagine. But yeah, it's something else. I really dig it. And the other movies, if you're into Michael Reeves here, are Castle of the Living Dead, The She Beast, and The Sorcerers. Would be the other 3 movies to check out.
Is Castle of the Living Dead the one with Vincent Price?
No, it's I can't remember who's in it, but he also it's jury's out how much he had to do with
Christopher Lee. That's what I meant. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. Yeah,
Christopher Lee, and it's like Donald Sutherland's first movie. Yep. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays 3 people in it, including a witch.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah, this movie is gorgeous though, and this was so popular when it came out. It led to a whole other series of AIP signing up for more Poe movies, like The Oblong Box, which was going to be directed by Reeves before he died, Murders in the Rue Morgue, and Cry of the Banshee, which is a pretty good one too. So I love Vincent Price, and I love him in this movie. This is, I think, like I said, other than maybe Fives or man, I don't know. It's hard. I like all his movies, but this is probably in my favorites of him ever.
Wow. And he's very un-Vincent Price-y.
Yeah, it's the voice and stuff, but he's very sinister and evil in it, and not as happy-go-lucky in this. Is, you know what I mean? Like, where he's kind of brings like that lilt to it and the tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. That really doesn't happen in this. So
I heard when they were writing it with like Donald Pleasance, the character was supposed to be a little more like kind of ineffectual and kind of like couldn't stop it from happening.
Yeah,
it all just kind of, it was like all beyond him. And when they insisted on Vincent Price, they're like, "Oh, we gotta punch up the script, and make it a little more villainy."
It has some great posts. Well, Bill's going to show, I'm sure, but the artwork for this is really cool. And this
Bill
is like
forgot to set this all out, so he's pulling out.
This is AIP going nuts to sell a movie as always, and I just really dig it. Mask of the Red Death is probably, thanks Paul for bringing it up. Mask of the Red Death's up there too. Saw that the drive-in. That one's wonderful.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, the end of that movie gets me every time. It's fucking great. I actually really like the Poe AIP movies. I know they get kind of goofy and campy at times, but that's okay. I like Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machines too. What can I say? Really? Don't get me singing that fucking song. That song will get stuck in your head, and it will never get out of your head from that movie.
What about the girl bombs? Did you like that one?
I like it too. I like that. The only time Bava and Vincent Price worked together was a Dr. Goldfoot movie.
Oh, wow.
It's like, maybe there were so many other opportunities. No, this is it. That's your one and done. Yep. I saw that at the drive-in too, and I really like it. I like that also that Mike Justice referred to him as my pal Mario Bava. I wish. Just bring him up like, "Hey, John Old, how are you?" And we would be best friends.
Aw.
John Old.
John Old.
Can I talk to John Old Jr.?
John Old Jr. is not my friend, but John Old is my friend.
What do you got against John Old Jr.?
He's not that good.
Oh.
No, he made Demons, so I don't have a lot against him. But he's made a couple bad ones too.
Here's some of those ads you were talking about, Sam.
Yeah. Look at that type.
I know, that's so good.
It's gorgeous.
This is the British run from 1972.
Oh, everything about this ad.
He looks great.
Yeah.
Playing with Clegg Private Eye.
Rated X. What's that one about?
But so is Witchfinder General.
Rated X. Wow.
Well, that's just the British rating system. Their X was, they gave that to a lot of movies, the X rating, even stuff as innocuous as like the Trollenberg Terror, aka the Hypnotic Eye. I think that had an X rating.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was X-rated, and they had to change the name to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
It's like the R rating, but it's a little more strong. You just can't. I don't know. Anyway, most things were rated X that I like. They came out.
Oh my God! What is going on in this?
I went the wrong way. Forget you saw that.
Okay.
Here's the right way. So here's a sample of the American artwork for the Conqueror Worm, as it was known in the States.
I think I love that. Leave the children home.
Yeah. Yes. If you're squeamish, stay home with them.
A crawling shape. Oh, that's his poem right there. They put up the poem at the end.
Oh, that's awesome. When you hear Conqueror Worm, you think you're going to see a big worm, though.
Yeah.
It's just the title, one of his an Edgar Allan Poe story. It's not really an Edgar Allan Poe story though. It's written by
Macabre. What was that?
It's a Mondo.
Ugh. Looks fun.
Yeah. The World and the Raw.
And the creepy, strange face. I have a great poster of that. You can't see it, unfortunately, in this ad. They put it's like police tape. See the world in the raw
The eyes are pretty good, though.
over a crime scene.
Oh my God, I
Nice.
love this. This is an AIP double feature.
Wow.
Psych Out. Yeah.
That's pretty far
Art,
out.
that swinging art in Psych Out is so good. It's like a simplicity pattern come to life.
Wow.
Oh. Man, it's a whole night of Edgar Allan Poe. Get ready.
Probably none of it actually from Edgar Allan Poe.
No,
Nah, poor guy.
just the titles. Man, that ad's really beautiful, and this one is.
Okay, but now you can gush over this ad, Sam.
Well, here's what I love about this ad. They're like, we ran out of some of the ad mats. We're just going to hand letter this. Like the second feature in Conqueror Worm, like that's beautiful handwriting. Like this is like, man, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, they just had to pencil that in at the end there. Of course, using that artwork is from Scream and Scream Again.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. Does that have a crawling hand in it? What's that one about?
That's with Cushing and Vincent Price and Christopher Lee are all in it.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
It's like a Frankensteinish, body part swapping film.
Kind of. And Yorga looks great.
Oh, Yorga is great. Yeah, I love the layout of this whole ad. It's beautiful.
I'd hang that.
Yeah. Man, it makes me excited to watch this again. That's what these ads should do, but I'm ready. Already knew I'm going to watch it. I'm excited to watch it again.
And we still haven't done the drink on the second segment yet.
Yeah.
So why don't we get right to that before I forget again?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Elvis, who wants to watch Witchfinder General? Is it you? Oh no, you want a drink instead.
Hey guys, this is the Witch Hammer, and holy shit, it's a Witch Hammer. I was not prepped for how much alcohol is in this. It starts with 4 ounces of whiskey. That's probably like double the legal limit right there, right? And then
It's a fire hazard.
yeah, and then the Conqueror Worm, we're going to put in 2 ounces of pomegranate juice. I mean, that's the healthy part of it. And then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of lemon juice mixed with the teaspoon of grenadine. Let's stir up that little witch hammer. Oh man. I'm going to be talking like Vincent Price by the time I'm done with this.
Wearing your hair down.
Oh, that's lovely.
Are you flammable now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong. Enjoy the movie.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
That was not very convincing, Sam, when she asked if it was good. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay.
I drank it all, and it was very good.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes, and a little more juice made it better. It was pretty strong.
Do you strain it, or you just pour it in with the
Pour it
ice?
over the ice. Just go for it. Yep. Now I am a witch now from drinking it. How about my wife produces those videos? My wife she goes through. She finds props. She does makeup. She did makeup on my hand on the other one, like the mark of the witch. She really goes all out. She said last night, she's like, let's make videos, and I was like, okay. So she gets really excited about doing the drink recipe.
She really elevated the drink segment. So thank you, Becca.
And I also
think
made a
so.
lot less of a mess because she's watching me and not just throwing things.
Supervision.
Yeah, I need supervised. I'm 50.
I gotta say, the cat was the
Elvis
star a
is-
little bit
is the
there.
star.
He did something when she in the other room.
Oh well, he witchy puked all over the other room, so that's what I'll be doing. And when you guys are getting ready to watch a movie, know that I'll be in there, handsies and easies, cleaning up cat puke.
Anyway, Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
I'm just drinking Jameson's
Pazuzu.
on ice.
Oh,
With
nice.
some cherries, of course.
Is that a King Kong glass, Uncle Spooky?
It is, and I should have put some cherries. I got a little whiskey in
Oh,
there too.
nice.
I forgot what it's called. Old Forester.
Nice.
I should have got a cherry. Yes, this is the King Kong collection. I got all 4.
Oh,
This is the top seller on the Twin Tower. Huh? Gotta careful washing your hands because you could break the glass and just sliping.
you got to be careful with those glasses.
Who's that? Who's on your shoulder?
The Witchfinder General.
Puppy? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Turned into a
He's
dog.
like, I'm
What
gonna
a
get
dog.
you.
He does. He's got wolf
He
face.
does. Like a little whoop.
Little fang. I see a
There's
little
2 of them.
fang.
That's all that's left.
Just enough to take you out.
Yep.
That-
Woke
that's
me up
enough.
at 3 a.m. last night having a nervous breakdown about something going on. Who knows what it was? A deer several blocks away. It could be.
He's got that. Gets him riled up.
That's all he needs too. It's just
That's all
those
he
2
needs.
teeth.
I've been bitten by those teeth. It ain't no fun. They are sharp, quite sharp.
They don't is he a nibbler?
He was when we first got him. Now he just likes to lick. He will lick the. He'll lick the air.
What about new people?
Yeah, sometimes he'll lick people. He generally the only person he really likes is Becca. He doesn't really like anybody but her, and he mostly just carries him around like a baby all the time. If when you're doing your reincarnation and you're thinking, what should I come back as? Try for a small dog that Becca owns because it's really the best life. You know, he's very spoiled.
Uh-oh. It's around like
Vivi knows about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
Vivi has that life now too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, she does.
yeah,
She's somewhere being pampered right now.
The princess.
yeah. She's a little princess. I love her.
she's the one thrown up in the other room.
No, that's Elvis.
That's Elvis. Elvis is in the other room.
Elvis.
Yeah.
So the witch hammer was like, nope.
Yep.
Pomegranate juice.
Yeah. He didn't want any. He just took a sniff of it and he's like, oh no, this is too much whiskey.
How was that drink?
I liked it. I really did. It was good. I would
Yeah.
probably put more
You
juice in.
grenadine.
You were warm all night.
I was warm all night and I fell asleep and it was like a coma. It was wonderful. Just a whiskey coma. And that's like a daddy.
Whiskey lullaby.
It's like a father drink. Like I'm just gonna drink all this whiskey and go to sleep. It's a very daddy drink. Yeah.
Get old fashioned.
Yeah, old fashioned is the ultimate dad drink, right? That's what I always think. That or like a whiskey sour is kind of a mom drink. Huh? Yeah, it's kind of good. Yeah, but dads are like, yeah, give me an old fashioned or a boil.
I've been making Manhattans for the last like 2 months,
Yeah.
but I've been shaking them. I didn't know you were supposed to stir them.
Oh wow.
Boy, they really tell you when they. It's like all in bold when you read the directions too. Like don't shake, makes it cloudy. But I didn't know.
Man, that was your
Well,
statement.
Sure.
I like them cloudy. You like James Bond, like shake the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Well, now that you're not shaking anymore, do you notice the difference? Do you like it better?
I haven't had one yet, not shaken yet. This is just
Oh.
poured straight in. I didn't stir nothing, but I'm gonna go get a cherry as soon as one of them Luxembourg cherries. I got a whole thing of it up there. I think that'll
Mm.
throw one of those in there.
Absolutely delicious for such a ghoulish apparition as you,
Yeah.
Uncle Spooky.
Drinking helps. Dead or alive, you'll see.
So, Uncle Spooky, are you doing a regular weekly movie now?
Not yet. I got a live thing tomorrow at the Flying Fox Tavern in Ridgewood, Queens. Really fun little place, like a horror themed tavern. Really good cheeseburger, nice onion soup, some fancy drinks, vampire themed. It's kind of a cute place, nice bar, nice food. And they let me every now and then do a movie there. So I'm doing one tomorrow. And so far they love me. I don't know. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. So tomorrow's Faster Pussycat Kill. I'm gonna mix it up a little.
Yes.
I love that movie so much. And then I was gonna do Monday, but I think 3 days in a row, Spooky, might be too much. I don't know what he's got to give on day 3.
Daryl asked, are there any differences between the two versions? Yeah, the American version adds in opening and closing Edgar Allan Poe poetry and has different music. The Paul Ferris did the original score, but there's a different but similar score by Kendall Schmidt. And before 96, the British versions of this were cut by 1 minute and 26 seconds by the UK censor. So America got a little more of the violence. But now if you get it on DVD in England, you get everything, or Blu-ray. So
it was like a flavor of these movies, right? There was like a kind of a torture witch thing kind of happening, right?
Yeah, like Mark of the Devil is another big one. The witch, the devils, I mean, and the demons. If you're a Jess Franco fan, yeah, there's a whole bunch of these that kind of came out of this movie. Like, oh, we can kind of do torture and naked women if it's within the milieu of witch finding, and it all makes sense. So
this was the first one.
I believe it's one of the first ones. Yeah, I know that a lot of people super got into. This is the one that people are like, yeah, we can do this, and maybe do it a little sleazier. This one's a lot more highbrow than Mark of the Devil. You didn't get a puke bag. You got a puke bag with Mark of the Devil. You didn't get one. And I think The Devils was another movie that people saw and they were like, it was so controversial. They're like, we can do that. Bill, did you get my Benny Hill The Devils video that I sent you?
Yes, of course I did. Yeah.
I thought of you instantly. It's just the bone scene from The Devils with yakety sax to it, and really it makes it a better. I think Ken Russell was like, put in yakety sax into my movie about religious heresy.
I was going to use that as the comeback video, the yakety sax eaten alive that I did, but
yes,
I chose something else.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is I'm excited for everybody to watch this and see what they think. Or do we have any people that have seen it for the first time in the chat?
I did drop the link into the chat. Go ahead.
I can't remember the last time I saw it. Was this like a 4:30 movie ever, you think?
I could see it playing as a late night movie. Bill, this played on show or theater, right?
I'm not sure. I never saw this until much, much later in life because I don't know.
There was a website that listed that stuff. You know,
it just sort of eluded me my entire life.
Oh man,
where were you, Witchfinder General? I was waiting patiently. You know, Lisa and the Devil, Marta. I was watching movies like that late at night. Where were you?
Yeah. If you saw it as a kid, you'd be like, where's the giant worm? I was promised a giant worm, a conquering worm, and you didn't give it to me. You're not going to see that.
I'm not really interested in giant worm anyway, myself.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that
I love a poem.
Dan brought up, I saw that, like, is this too risque? I'd say a lot of risque stuff played on TV too, though, so you never know.
Did you say you had a poem, Unkle Spooky?
No, I think that there's like a poem in the beginning. It's the Conqueror Worms based on ignorant, and that's how AIP kind of slid it into the Poe family thing.
Yeah,
they're like, well, let's change the name of the actor, and none of their movies had anything to do with the title, so it kind of worked out. But it's a good poem.
Do you think there were kids back then that saw them at the drive-in and like, I know I got to do a book report on?
Oh my God, I'm so sure.
Yeah, and they were like, okay, so at the end of Mask of the Red Death, a whole bunch of different colored deaths come. Like, no, that's not what happened. You get napped. And
I think that is what happens, though. That happens in the book where it runs through the different color rooms.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing. Oh, they did
Yeah.
that. And death is the conquering worm is the line. Good one. Oh, which version are we watching? The one with the poem or with that?
I don't know. There's one on YouTube we found. I guess we'll figure out which one it is.
I think the one on YouTube it's called the Witchfinder General. I don't think the poem is at the beginning of it. So this must be the original British version.
Oh.
So is it a little less gory?
I don't know about that.
It's still going to have shocking amounts of torture and violence.
Yeah.
Get
just
ready.
respectable torture.
Respectable torture. This is high class torture. Stiff upper lip. This is British, the finest in British torture movies.
By the way, I'm sorry about the link thing. I saw a lot of you as we were signing out. You weren't able to see the link to the movie. I did drop it into the chat. Let me know if you can see the link for tonight's film. I've already shared it twice. I'll share it again right now. And let me know if you can all see it. You can't click it, but you can cut and paste. Or you can just go to YouTube and enter Witchfinder General, a.k.a. the Conqueror Worm. And I'll share it on the Groovy Doom page right now in case any of you have any problem finding the link. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I failed.
So Noel said that you need an intern, Bill. That's next.
Yeah. I think Unkle Spooky asked for one of those for his next appearance on the program.
I'm starving for one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just shared the link to the Conqueror Worm on YouTube on the Groovy Doom page. And we're not going to sign off just yet, so you have a minute to go get it. So what else should we talk about before we cut off? And Unkle Spooky, I think this is your last segment of the evening. Am I correct? So
I might pop in for a little bit after, and then I kind of not take it too long. You guys go to dawn. How do you do it? When did you wrap up last time? It was like 3 a.m. I was like, kind of Irish ghosted. You're still way deep in it. I find when I start yawning really, and I had to like kind of go like this, so you don't see the wide open mouth. That's when you know I'm sinking.
Oh, you broke Mike's heart.
Aw.
Mike seemed the most upset about it.
Yeah.
A couple other people too.
You want to do teases for next week's movies, Bill?
Ooh.
Yeah, tease away.
They're both from the 80s. And
yes,
they're movies that not a lot of people have seen, I would say. And they're real weird. Both of them are very strange. One is kind of, I don't know how to describe it without giving it away. The other one is very occult themed. An occult New York movie that, you know how much I love that. And The Witch's Child, the actual big center of witchcraft in New York is in it for a couple seconds. So it's a fun movie.
Yeah, next week, our special guest is going to be John McDevitt from Facets in Chicago. John curates a few of their programs at Facets, and he's going to be in Pittsburgh. So he's going to be literally right here on this couch next to me. And, of course, you'll be here, Sam, right?
Mike brought up Lunch Meat and Satan War, which, holy shit, is a Sam double feature. Satan War is one of my favorite movies. What a fucking weird movie that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm super excited. I wish it was. Oh man, but I'm excited about the ones we're showing nonetheless. I'm excited about both of them. But man, that's something good. And a lot of people have had some very close guesses. But don't worry, you come back in the next segment, you'll see what we picked. And you know what I like. If it's like, man, it was a really shitty satanic movie. Yeah, that's one I picked. That's
well, John picked the first one.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Sam pretty much chose the second one single-handedly because I've never seen it, In fact, I think this is going to be a first watch for both movies for me.
Oh man, I am
The
excited.
first time for you?
Ooh, it's going to be live. My first time.
Sharing a couch.
Well,
You're
sort
like-
of.
Double Virgin, like a John Lennon album.
No, I've shared the couch before.
Hmm.
Sean Midas was here. I don't know if he's in the chat. He was here in the last
I
segment.
saw him earlier.
Yeah. He was an on the couch guest.
Yeah.
It's like a Dick Cavett thing. It's
That sounds amazing. I would drive to Pittsburgh.
Oh, would you? Don't tease me like that.
Yeah, I'm probably teasing.
I think you are.
Maybe it was driving season. I'm dying to go see a driving over there.
It's coming up pretty soon in April.
That's right.
They
Yeah.
pushing for it yet? Do you know what it is? But no, they haven't announced it.
Usually the April ones are 80s based for the last couple of years, so we will see if that happens again.
There's Sean.
Is that like a secret thing usually?
Yeah. You get 2 nights in a
That's a
row of
very
a lot of
comfy tank.
movies and a lot of funnel cake. I mean, I don't know how you can go wrong from that.
I've had a little bit of inside track on what the movies are going to be this year, and they're going to be fabulous. You're going to love it. That's all I can say.
Are you staying overnight or you just go and then you leave?
We leave and come back.
Leave and come back, huh? How long is the drive?
Hour and 15 minutes, hour.
Ooh.
It's just a little under an hour for me.
At 4
Staying for the
or
last
5
one?
a.m., it's not as much fun as it is at 4 in the afternoon, but whatever.
What did you say?
And then
Uncle
you come
Spooky?
back and you come back the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or that day?
Yeah.
yeah, the same day.
Cool. Mm-hmm. It was fun the second day?
Yeah. Maybe even more.
Sure. Well, that's Saturday.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Saturday is like you might have been at work Friday morning, but you don't have to go to work Saturday.
Yeah.
At least I hope you
yeah.
don't. I mean, I don't have to work because I always make sure I take that weekend off.
Yeah. I've been trying to now too. Otherwise, I end up with the honeyberry eating pepper.
Gotta stop at the honey bear.
You gotta stop at the honey bear. There's several of them.
What's the honey bear?
It's a convenience store out there.
Huh.
We usually
Where's everybody go eat?
huh?
Where's everybody go eat when you do
I'll
that?
eat there.
Is there like a spot?
There's a
Oh, they got food there?
yeah, they
Yeah.
have great food there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they have all sorts of hot dogs, hamburgers, different pizzas, soup, everything. And then usually, sometimes they'll have stuff that ties into the movies too, and it's real good.
Yeah, I'm not into chicken parm, but Mark is, and he really loves their chicken parm sandwich. And it's, just the thing you get out of they have like a cooler there, but it's actually a warmer, and they have them wrapped in foil. You just pick one up, and he was like, they're really good for something that looks like it's served to you like that. It tastes very good. So that's just his way. And I do like their food. I like almost everything I've ever had there.
Yeah.
The pierogi pizza,
Yeah,
I'm not
It
sold
needs
on
to
the
serve-
pierogi.
It's missing something, but the buffalo chicken pizza is good. The taco pizza is good. The regular pizza is good.
Taco pizza.
Pizza burgers.
I want that right now.
So yeah, it's
Parm sandwich is awesome. You got backup.
No, I wouldn't trust anything they said that was vegan there, Jody.
they're pickles. Yeah, you can get a chili dilly pickle.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is the regular stuff is popcorn vegan? That's vegan.
If you
As you
get
don't put
butter on
Don't put any butter on it. Yeah.
it, yeah.
I would say the halushki, but that has meat in it.
Yeah.
There's
You might be able to
seasoning.
get the Belushki without.
No, that's what I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust them that it was meatless.
No, I wouldn't.
It would probably.
I
be.
would probably bring your own food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
If you're vegan, if you're worried, because like
French
the
fries.
is, yeah,
Oh,
like,
you're vegan. Pack
Yeah.
a salad.
Yeah. Don't trust anything except the fries. You can trust them.
Yeah. Bring some sugar snap peas and eat them in the car.
Noisily.
Noisily. Who's eating them peas at the drive-in?
Snapping those peas.
Uncle Spooky, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me. I love doing this.
I do hope you come back for the
Patty's
third segment.
having a little sleepover back there. I don't know
Yeah,
if you're
Sam,
aware.
look at this. Show him Patty's sleepover because he wasn't here in the first segment.
Oh yeah. Hey.
She's got quite a lineup.
Oh. Wow, she's got a lot of friends.
She sure did. This one's a little creepy looking. Come on, sit up here. Get up here. Show your face. Uh-oh, they're going over.
Ew.
Don't say ew.
Sorry.
She'll start cutting herself. Got a little guy down here. I don't know what he's doing. We haven't figured out where he's from. He's laying up. That's what you're missing. And Patty. Don't forget Patty.
Sam, she can't change her clothes, but the others can.
Yeah, she just has to watch it
stuck forever.
Oh man.
Oh, she disconnected me for a second.
My only sleepover is Andy the cat, who is just knocked out behind me here. Regular watcher of the show.
I might have one more surprise.
Oh
my God! One of my doll mothers. I don't know if it's gonna work out. There's a lot of practice on this one. Little something special. Come in. Over here.
Oh man.
It's that woman.
It's the woman. And she brought me some Valentine cupcakes from Edmonds. Very sweet.
Oh, I love her already.
She is so nice. Look, oh, she dropped the doll. Oh, that doll went down hard too.
Oh,
no. It's okay. We got plenty of dolls here. Plenty of dolls. Blue hand. She's like.
She looked like Debbie.
Thanks for coming.
We'll
see you later. Here's your hair. All right. You're gonna wheel her back. Wheel her back into the darkness.
Now I understand why you didn't want me to talk about her.
Well, she didn't want to be talked about yet. She wasn't ready.
All right. So hopefully Uncle Spooky will be here when we come back on the third segment. But Sam and I will definitely be here.
You never know.
Afterwards, make sure you come back and we'll talk some more about this time coming out. And who knows what will happen on the third segment. See you then.